Wait a minute. It's probably a...
Homer Simpson, the main character of The Simpsons, is a lovable but imperfect guy. He often makes mistakes and does silly things that cause trouble in his town, Springfield. Today, we will be counting down 10 worst things Homer has done. Number 10. Nearly causing a nuclear meltdown. It's no secret that Homer hates his job at the nuclear power plant. But just how far is he willing to go to get out of it?
Okay.
Thank you. Carpal tunnel syndrome? No. Lumbar lung? No.
Apparently enough to jeopardize his own health. Homer learns that people who weigh over 300 pounds can work from home.
If you weigh more than 300 pounds, you qualify as disabled.
So he gets his weight up into the appropriate range.
Dude, this stuff doesn't work.
I don't know. Fish sandwich.
Unfortunately, Homer deals with some stigma when it comes to his weight gain. Not only that, he also becomes so bored with his job he nearly causes a nuclear meltdown.
Switch. I wish I had my reaching broom. Wait a minute. It's probably a...
To his credit, he does take responsibility in the end and puts everything right. Too bad it takes nearly destroying his workplace for him to get his act together. Number 9. Urging Bart to kill a reindeer. Lots of things can be cured by shooting a reindeer in the face. Queerness isn't one of them. Homer got along great with his new friend John until he found out he was gay.
Doesn't.
Homer, listen carefully. John is a
Right?
sexual.
And then became paranoid that Bart had been turned gay, never mind the fact that that's not how it works.
This is all your fault. I mean, do you have to be so effeminate around a boy?
Homer, I don't think there's a problem with Bart. But if there is, it's probably because you're not spending any time with him. Good night.
So, Homer, being Homer, tries to cure Bart of his supposed budding queerness.
Bart, I'm gonna turn my back, and when I turn around, I want to see a whole pile of dead reindeer.
This is Homer at his most offensive, ignorant and disappointing. Number 8. Ruining his father's kidney. In this episode, Abe's kidney explodes because Homer refuses to pull over. That's pretty messed up.
When he had his annual checkup,
Excuse me, Doctor. I think I know a little something about medicine.
Homer, with all due respect, this x-ray reveals a textbook kidney blowout, which would explain those loud pops you heard.
Luckily, Homer agrees to help his dad out and donate his own organ. In true Homer fashion, however, he gets cold feet and tries to get out of the surgery.
And what the... We gotta get rid of that window.
Where'd he go?
Abe survives, but not because Homer does the honorable thing. In his cowardice, he gets into an accident, and they simply take the kidney while he's on the operating table.
Hey!
While we were setting your broken bones and putting your blood back in, we helped ourselves to a kidney and gave it to your father.
Oh well, one bad turn deserves another. Number 7. Intolerant to new neighbors. Bart's made friends with a Muslim boy named Bashir.
Jordan, that's on some map somewhere, right?
Bashir, introduce me to your new friend.
Bashir, you didn't tell me you had a sister.
Such a charmer. Would you like to stay for dinner?
Hey, I never refuse food from strangers.
At first, Homer welcomes Bashir with open arms.
The kind of respect you'd have to strangle out of an American kid.
You know, Bart never told me he had a handsome teenage brother.
I'm really 38.
But his friends convince him that Bashir and his family might be terrorists. Naturally, Homer's paranoia gets the better of him.
Homer, this is serious. This Bashir kid is Muslim, and therefore up to something.
Oh, I can't believe that till I see a fictional TV program espousing your point of view.
And he treats them terribly, he insults them.
No, thank you.
What's the matter? Don't like the taste of freedom?
Dad, these people are my friends. Don't fear them just because they have a different religion, a different culture, and their last name is Bin Laden.
He sneaks into their personal lives and ends up blowing up a bridge, causing a truck driver to drown.
Dad, it was an empty building. It was supposed to come down.
What about the bridge?
That was supposed to open tomorrow.
Do we really need a bridge there?
The Duff Brewery is on that island.
You could argue that his friends are to blame for their intolerance and for giving him the idea in the first place. But Homer is the one who takes it too far. But of course they just laugh it off in the end and everyone forgives him for his hurtful stereotyping. Number 6. Betting against Lisa. Lisa has become obsessed with crossword puzzles and even enters a tournament.
No, martinis.
All right.
One more word. Singer of Yentl. 13 letters. I got it! Isaac Bashevis! Now give me my license! Give everyone their license!
Homer has been betting on Lisa's win.
Never!
But in the final match, he bets against his own daughter. And he knows that Lisa's luck will run out and plays it to his advantage.
I want to change my bet. I'm going against my daughter.
I'll take your money.
It's even more unfair considering that the only reason she loses is that the other contestant cheats. When Lisa finds out her own father didn't believe in her, she rightfully disowns him. Number 5. His deal with Fat Tony. It's staggering how Homer gets into these screwy scenarios. In this misadventure, he falls for a gambling scam and ends up in debt with Fat Tony.
Marge would kill me. Please, there's got to be something else I can do, like mow your lawn every week for 2 weeks.
Fortunately, the mob boss is willing to negotiate. It involves using Homer's house to shoot an adult film.
Oh, they're shooting an adult film at my house tomorrow. How am I going to get rid of Marge and the kids?
Well, I got these free tickets to Santa's Village. I know a guy who turns the dead sleigh horses into jerky and sells it to bars.
Homer lies to Marge and tricks her and the kids into getting out of the house while the movie's in production.
No, why your hand is in that cast?
Because you look even more beautiful now than the day I married you.
Naturally, he gets found out and Marge is furious. He keeps telling himself that it's a normal routine.
You're in the wrong house, lady.
How could you allow this? In the room where we do puzzles!
Homer should be grateful that Marge is so forgiving, as you can only push your luck for so long. Number 4. Pitting Bart Lisa against each other. It sure can be hard to love your kids equally. What's a father to do when put in this situation other than have his offspring compete against each other and love the winner best?
Bart rides up in the front seat today because he's a good guy at sports.
I think Lisa needs to feel a little special tonight. How about letting her ride up front, too?
To avoid failing gym class, Lisa joins the hockey team, which sparks an intense rivalry with Bart.
Lisa? Bart, what are you doing in my room?
Lisa, certain differences, rivalries, if you will, have come up between us. At first I thought we could talk it over like civilized people. But instead, I just ripped the head off Mr. Honey Bunny.
Instead of assuring them that he loves them both, as a normal father would do, Homer eggs them on into a competitive fury. Number 3. Exploiting Bart getting hit by a car. There are certain opportunities that only come up once in a lifetime. These are the sort of moments that you must recognize and make the most of. One such moment for Homer Simpson was when Bart got hit by Mr. Burns' car.
I think the boy's hurt. Oh, for crying out loud! Just give him a nickel and let's get going. I think we should call an ambulance, sir.
In Homer's defense, he doesn't immediately jump to legal, but only does so after his boss offers him a pitiful $100 as compensation.
You too, sir.
Yes. My attorneys have advised me to pay you for running over your child, so I'm cutting you a check.
Really? Great.
$100.
Homer's wounded pride prompts him to ride Bart's injury as far as it will take him, and with little regard for the well-being or wishes of his family. Number 2. Sabotaging Flanders' business. Some people work hard at life, go to church, raise a great family, and treat their wife well. And apparently, by Homer's estimation, those people don't deserve nice things.
Well, you're sinister being Latin for left-handed. But enough joking.
That was a joke?
Shh! As of Friday,
Homer hates the insufferable but well-intentioned Ned Flanders. So when Ned opens a new business for left-handed people, Homer makes it his personal mission to sabotage it.
Well, I know it's a little risky and it's going to be a lot of hard work, but gosh darn it, it's going to be a lot of fun, too.
Fun?
To achieve this, he wishes on a wishbone, and sure enough, the business begins to fail.
And too far. Okay, ready. Yes! Oh, yes! Read it and weep!
With Homer relishing every moment of it until things finally take too dark a turn even for him. In this particular example of bad behavior, Homer's ill-placed malice nearly cost Flanders his home. Number 1. The Tomacco. Right off the bat, Homer's buffoonery forces his family to skip town and live on a farm for a while. But that's mild compared to what happens next. Trying his hand at farming, Homer decides to use plutonium to try and grow crops.
Who cares what it is? It's growing! I've saved the farm! Yeah!
It works, but he ends up growing the Tomacco, a mutant tomato-tobacco hybrid.
Tastes like cigarette butts.
That's odd. The outside looks like a tomato, but the inside is brown.
Maybe the tomato seeds crossbred with the tobacco seeds.
Oh, great, I got a field full of mutants.
The abominable fruit is incredibly addictive, so Homer, of course, starts selling it.
Mr. Farmer Man, I promised my son he could tip over his first cow, and Tomacco?
Yes, it's the latest craze.
Unfortunately for Homer, his newest scam backfires in a major way when the local animals get a taste of the Tomacco, forcing Homer to shut down his operation. Serves him right for tampering with nature and trying to profit. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more Simpsons content.